Welcome back, everybody. It is our weekly visit with Orange head coach Fran Brown, brought to you as always by Chick-fil-A, Cicero, Clay, and DeWitt. The Orange are on the road this week. Just 3 games remaining in the regular season. They take on Miami at Hard Rock Stadium, and excited for it, Coach. Lots going on here. You're working behind the scenes and all of that. You have your first sort of coaching staff adjustment of the season comes this week. What's the thinking behind all that? What do you hope to accomplish?
Just styles make fights. Just want to give the kids the best opportunity of becoming more successful daily, right? Not just on a football field, off the field, because I think that when you're having success off the field, success usually comes on the field. And then I just want expertise. There's a lot of experts in the building that I felt as though I wasn't using to the best of their ability, and being able to do that with the staff first, had to look within. I take a lot of this on myself. You know, a lot of the things that happened this year shouldn't have went down this year this way, and it was the inability of being able to adapt and to adjust to the players, to allow the players to be the best versions of themselves.
This, one of the things it says to me in the community, I think, is it shows off the strength and depth and versatility of your staff to begin with, that you can kind of shuffle some pieces around. You've got extra expertise that's in that sort of analyst role, and now you can move them into a position coach role and really get hands-on with what you're trying to do. You've been one very quick to laud Mike Johnson as a great teacher and position coach in the past. He clearly has the expertise at a number of different positions and has done it at different levels. What does he bring to the table, particularly in light of the quarterback situation right now, where you can get something going there?
He brings knowledge. He brings 10 plus years of NFL experience. Michael Vick, Alex Smith, a bunch of those guys. I got a chance to talk to Vic a little while ago, and he still appreciated the fact of him getting a chance to work with Coach Johnson. It meant a lot to him. It helped with his career. If you ask off the blank, he'll tell you that without him, Mike Vick wouldn't have done some of the things that he was able to go and do. So I just felt as though that he would fit the room at the moment. It was what was needed in the room at the moment. Nothing towards Coach Nuns, because he had 2 passers that was leading the country during those times. But for me, styles make fights, and I just wanted to get someone in the room now. I wanted to switch it up. And then I think that Coach Nuns did a really good job being a tight ends coach. He's going to be a head football coach. So when you got a guy that can be a head football coach, you want to continue to move him around and let people see that this guy can do anything, right? Like, he can coach all over the field. So it was good for us to be able to do that with Coach Nuns, because it got to show him that, okay, let me go and help some other people, right? Let me help some other positions. Let me get in here to special teams and lock in on teams and show these guys how to do stuff also.
Yeah, and Josh Gaddis is a guy who maybe gets his hands a little more dirty now. He's been around the block at a bunch of really successful programs, including Miami, if I'm not mistaken. And so different voices. You know, you're 3/4 of the way through the season, but apparent that you're still trying to, you know, what can you find that works, right? And so is that, I think it is that really baked into you deep, that you're always going to be looking for something that gives you an edge or provides an answer?
All the time. Life's about an edge, right? Got to make sure you do. I was just saying that to the kids in practice yesterday, talking about edges and keeping edges, and then making sure you got an edge in life. I think Gaddis coached that way. I enjoy working with Coach Gaddis. It's important to do that, but if I didn't make those changes and those moves, then I'm just saying, like, it's okay and it's what happened is good and we're just going to figure it out next year. No, we got to figure it out now, right? We got a big opponent we get to go and compete, play against, and then we got 2 more opponents after that, hoping to add a 4th. So it's important that we continue to do that all the time, and I'll never stop trying to find a way, right? There's a lot of things that aren't correct that I'm trying to fix, right? My wife will tell you that, right? There's a lot of stuff that I got to get right and get better at, that I plan on just constantly working and praying, and I got to find that within. Like, I looked in the mirror first. Why did you let this team fail? Okay, how can you fix this? This is how you can fix it. These are some of the things you can do now. And if I didn't do it now and I went and done it in January, Matt, then I can't change it. Yeah. And now it's too late. So let's do it now. Let's see some results and see how the players respond to it.
Last year you won 10 games and made a couple of staff tweaks, and I'm pretty certain you could have won 12 games and would have made tweaks. I just know that that's the way you want to run the program and work on improvement. So obvious situation now here is you've opened up this quarterback competition. It's implied, of course, that players are competing for their position throughout the year, but you only play one quarterback, generally speaking, and this is a very kind of public, obvious thing. Where are you with it right now? What response have you gotten from the guys when they know very clearly that playing time is up for grabs every week?
I mean, if you come to practice, you won't know that this team is 3-6. You'll come in and say, okay, when is the conference championship? That's what we practice about. November's a different month. It means something around here. There's a standard that we're trying to uphold in November. So, but the quarterbacks, they're competing, they're practicing, right? They're doing a good job. Coach Johnson has went in the room. He's hit the ground running, and they enjoy and like everything that he's doing. They understand that he's there to get them better, and they need to work with him because working with him is going to help them become better quarterbacks, which is ultimately their goal. And the better our quarterbacks play, the better we are in the system. And then I think this also gives Jeff Nixon the opportunity to just adjust, right, and move. And okay, let me do what's best for this kid, so then that way we have an opportunity of winning some games, right? Like I always tell you guys, those games were on me from not pushing people to do exactly what was needed for those kids.
And that competition should, in theory, I know you've been trying to get that for months, competition in practice, you're hoping that you're grinding at every position. It's apparent now you'd play anybody. How many freshmen and sophomores were in the game last week? Had to be, close to 20, right?
Yeah, it was 18. Actually, we went through the whole piece, and there's a couple more starting this week, right? Guys getting to play. Like, we're building the program, and it's going to be fun. That's why, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about where we are, how we're building. I hate the losing part of it. But to win big, at some point, you gotta lose something, because you gotta understand what you lost, understand why you lost it. And I think all of my players, all the freshmen, the sophomore, young guys that are all here, they understand and know, like, when we do all the work that we do in the summer, we're not doing it because Coach Fran said do it. We're doing it because we want to be great. We're doing it now because we want to go win a championship. We want to play in the NFL. Don't think you're doing it because of myself, because we're not in shape. We're not strong enough. We got to get our mental a little bit tougher, right? When things go bad, we got to be able to continue to compete and push, and that comes from the coaches and from the players. And it's position-wise. You can see growth in certain positions. I want to see that in all positions, all the time. Like, everybody's always on the, you're always being evaluated.
All right, exciting stuff this week. We'll finish just with a thought on Miami. Great game in the Dome last year. You're able to beat the Hurricanes here. Now travel to Hard Rock Stadium, and I know you love college football and have for a long time. What does it mean? Is it any kind of special feeling when you square off against the U?
Yeah, you get to go down to Miami. It's fun. I'm excited about going down to Miami and competing against those guys. Coach Mario Cristobal has done an amazing job. His offensive staff has done really well in the way they're developing quarterbacks the last few years. I'm excited for Coach Heatherman. I worked with him for a few months, and we actually knew each other for a while, just from recruiting and things of that nature when we're back in South Jersey. So it's cool to go against those guys and compete against them. I know Carson personally.
Sure.
I've always called him the mortgage man. He's a really good football player that loves to compete. He's a competitive guy. And they got a lot of players on the team. I know, like, a lot of those kids, they know who I am. Mo Teray, me and Mo from Jersey together. That's family. So I'm excited to go and play and compete against all those kids, man. Those kids are good, competitive kids, and it's going to be fun.
Yep, looking forward to it. 85 degrees, I think, again in this one. So it's been good to see those late in the season on the road. Coach, thanks for the visit as always, and best of luck, okay? Orange head coach Fran Brown, our weekly sit-down is brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Cicero, Clay, and DeWitt.